Hi guys, this is John over Common Sense Clashing, and today we're going to be talking about Shake and Shock DragLoon at Town Hall 8, which is commonly called the Zap Quake. If you've been online and Googled it or YouTubed it, you probably see some other videos. We've had several guys in our clan requesting how to get rid of these level 6 air defenses. They've got 1,050 hit points, and today I'm going to show you what you need to do as a Town Hall 8 so you can go ahead and take some dragons and really have a nice attack. I'm going to just search for a base. Man, there's some nice bases out here. I'm going to search for a base that has a level 6 air defense, and when I see it, I'll show you the combo of the spell drop on it. But really what you want to do is just set up, oh, there's one right there. There's actually two on this base. Let me zoom in, and you can tell the level 6 air defenses just by, without even, tapping on it. You can actually see there's 3 barrels. Each of those barrels has 2 rockets inside of it, so a total of 6 rockets. That's the level 6 air defense. So what you do is you drop your first earthquake on it. The earthquake can be any level spell, guys. Any level earthquake will work on a level 6 air defense as long as you have level 5 lightnings. And so you drop 2 level 5 lightnings, and then the spell that you have left over right there, you can see right there in the replay, is the Rage. I wish I had a full troop so I could take that guy, but for sake of just showing you what you need to do, that's it. So guys, let's jump into some action here. Let's look at a few replays from wars and actually let you see how it really unfolds, how it plays out. The first thing you're going to want to do is look at the base. All of the basic dragon attack strategies from Town Hall 7 are going to come into play. You're going to want to funnel. You're going to want to look at where the storages are. You're going to want to look at the level of air defenses that the base has. You're going to want to look at really the overall layout and just see how things are laid out. As you can see, this guy has his storages circled around the core, which is a good strategy. You want to slow the dragons down regardless of where they're coming from. And then he has a level 6 air defense up there at 12 o'clock, and then 2 level 5s that are down below the town hall, and his air sweeper is pointed down to the southwest there. And so you want to avoid pushing against that air sweeper if you can. Now as Spec approaches this base, he's going to look at the overall base structure and choose that level 6 air defense to take that out. Now the 2 remaining air defenses here, a couple things are going to happen. One, he's going to create a very wide funnel to get his dragons into that air defense down at the southeast side of the base, and that's really where the bulk of his dragons are going to go. And then he's going to save 1 dragon and drop it over near the archer tower over around 8 o'clock. And as that dragon is getting the attention of the archer, he's going to drop his loons in and then use that rage that he had saved to have those balloons path along the defenses up to the air defense. And so as you see those balloons go in, the archer tower is targeting the dragon. The one thing on this replay that I think he probably could have done that would have helped him even a little bit more is perhaps wait for that air defense to lock onto a dragon and then drop the loons. But regardless, it worked well. One thing about the Rage spell placement is that if possible, you want the Rage spell placement to overlap just a little bit the air defense that you're trying to hit with the balloons. And he did a great job there. All the air defenses are down at this point, and it looks like he has at least 6 dragons up in the air, perhaps more. And when you have that many dragons that are up in the air, and there's really at this point there's nothing left, there's no defenses left. There's maybe there's a little air bomb that comes up, but that wizard tower is not going to do anything to these dragons. It is a very easy cleanup from here on out. Once he got those air defenses down, really that was it. And you can see how overpowering this attack, the Shake and Shock DragLoon at Town Hall 8, can be. So guys, again, the spell combination there, he didn't even use the poison that he had for the clan castle. What you need is just a Rage, you need 2 level 5 lightning, and then you need any level earthquake spell. So let's go ahead and take a look at another attack now. This attack was done by 8-Ball. It's a little bit different, and what you're going to see is 8-Ball is going to scope this base out, and he sees the air defenses are, again, triangulated around the core. He's going to use the Shake and Shock technique over on the 12 o'clock, or up at the 12 o'clock air defense, and then he's going to create his funnel. Now the one thing about this is he is going against the air sweeper. That's a good, or I should say a well-placed air sweeper. It's pointed down, it's going to give him trouble. But what he's doing is he actually has his dragons bunch up, and he uses that to his advantage. I don't know that he intentionally did that or if it was just something that kind of happened on accident. But regardless, he used it to his advantage. As those dragons bunched up into a big group, he dropped the rage on them and the balloons right behind them. And the dragons kind of overpowered the air sweeper coming in and took out both of the remaining air defenses. And it was a really good attack. As you can see there, he's got dragons really going along both edges of the base, which is what you want. You want the dragons to be progressing together, and that way you don't have any straggling buildings, or I don't know if that's the right word for it, but remaining buildings, trash buildings that you need to go around and clean up. All of them are taken down. He's got his barbarian king up there at 12 o'clock, moving around and taking out some of those external buildings. And those 2 archer towers are not going to make a dent in all of those dragons that are left. So 8Ball, great job on that attack. And man, it is fun to use the Shake and Shock DragLoon when it works out great and you are able to use it to your advantage. So just a different way of seeing it happen, seeing it work. But the benefit that he had going for him was the 2 air defenses that were remaining were close enough in proximity that the rage spell really was beneficial to drop right between them so that the dragons would get raged up and then move right into it. This next attack is by Fish 2.0, and Fish has really a kind of the same thing. He's got some air defenses there that are really close together in the core. He's going to drop them, but as you can see here, what Fish is going to be working against is that the 2 remaining air defenses here are both level 6 air defenses. So he's going to drop his Barbarian King up there, up near 1 o'clock. And what he's doing with his Barbarian King right there is he's helping establish the funnel. And again, guys, if you're not familiar with funneling, go back and watch my Town Hall 7 versus Town Hall 8 attack strategy video for using dragons and the DragLoon technique. And pretty much all of the same principles apply. But Fish is going to send in his dragons. He probably could have sent a few more of them in just a little bit sooner there along the northwest edge. And then his loons come in, and his loons are getting distracted by the defenses there. I guess kind of, yeah, the wizard tower and now the cannon. But the good news is that rage was placed well enough that, and you can see it was just overlapping that last air defense. They were able to move in, take it out. And the dragons have a really good spread on the base right now. You've got the 1 up top, and then you have several on the bottom that are just moving around. There are 2 archer towers left and 1 Tesla, and the balloons are still going strong. They're taking defenses out. There goes, 1 more of those archer towers. That last one only has a little bit of health, so I mean, just probably 1 or 2 breaths from a dragon on that is going to take it out. And with the number of dragons he has left, there's just no chance that base is going to stop them. So Fish, great job, and very good use for strategically putting that rage spell down for the dragons and the balloons. With his last attack, I want to go ahead and take a look at Spec one more time. This is a different base that he attacked, and I slowed it down really slow so I could show you guys just the overall layout of this base. But the air defenses are spread out. He's got the air sweeper there right next to the town hall pointing to the west, and all of the air defenses are level 6 air defenses. Down to the southeast, there are several different storages that will really slow dragons down. However, they are out of range of the air defense down to the southwest. So what he's going to do is he's going to shake and shock the level 6 air defense up next to the Barbarian King. He's going to send in his balloon kill squad, so to speak, on the air defense to the right, over near 3 o'clock, and then he's going to rely on his dragons to catch up with that air defense down to the southwest. So there he goes. He drops the 2 lightnings and the earthquake. He begins to establish a nice wide funnel where his dragons can begin to work in, and then you're going to see him drop his balloons, and they're going to path along the defensive towers. They're going to head to that archer tower first, and then he's going to drop the rage so that the rage is just overlapping that air defense. They're going to fly in there, just crush the archer tower, crush the air defense, and just keep moving forward. And as you can see, the other air defense down to the southwest, it's already targeted by a dragon, and it's going down. So now at this point, all 3 air defenses are down. Guys, that's what you want to see happen. That's the goal that you want to see when you're attempting a DragLoon. Use every spell that you have strategically. Use the Barbarian King strategically. Use the dragons strategically. Your Barbarian King should be helping you funnel. You don't want to just blindly send him at some random building. You know, think about how you're going to use him to funnel those dragons better. Think about using dragons, you know, sparingly as you're needing to clean up different buildings so that the main group will funnel in the right direction to hit the air defense you want them to hit. And then as you're sending the loons in, the balloons, you know, look at the defensive towers, the different defensive setups, and think about how they're going to path along that route. And if you need to use a dragon or two to take out a defense so that they path the right way, make sure you're patient. You know, use it in the right order, and that way the balloons will path in just the right order to go in. Guys, I hope this video has helped you out, and I hope that as a Town Hall 8, if you're currently in Clan Wars, that you can use the Shake and Shock DragLoon technique to your advantage. And as always, this is John over Common Sense Clashing. If this video has been helpful, or if you'd like to make suggestions for other videos that you'd like to see, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave me a comment below. And as always, guys, clash smarter, not harder.